What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unparalleled Universe. This is Wade Merrick, aka Captain Odious, and today I'd like to share with you a new custom figure that I made. And here we have a Marvel Legends style D-Man from the old Captain America comic books. And I was inspired to make this guy because Hasbro recently came out with the Demolition Man figure, and that's like a more modern version of him. And it seems like all the more modern versions of D-Man have been all more serious or depressed or addicted to drugs or all kinds of weird stuff. And I really like the old kind of classic goofy version of him. Like if you go to Google, the first picture that comes up when you type in his name is him posed like this with a big smile on his face. So that's kind of the image that's always in my mind when I think about D-Man. So for a base body, I used the Hasbro Marvel Legends Century figure. And I did it because of the yellow to eliminate paint rub, and I thought the size was good for him. And for the head, I used the Marvel Legends Batroc because I like that goofy smile that he has. And here's a quick look at him before I painted him. And here he is after I painted him. So I was really happy to use that Century base because I'm excited to have a custom figure that you could still pose and play with without paint chipping everywhere. So as you saw in the last picture, I sculpted all the detail on his mask. I sculpted these onto his gloves. They're just pieces from like some wrestling figures, like the boots. I just cut them, glued them, and then sculpted them to make them blend. And then I sculpted the D, and I sculpted the belt. And I used a brighter red on the D and the belt so they stand out a little bit more. Versus the rest of the figure where I just painted it black and then dry brushed it different shades of red. One thing that's always frustrating with making customs is you make these cool looking customs but you can't pose them at all because then there's all kinds of paint rub and you could sand it a bunch but it doesn't always work out good. So with this guy, my main focus was to make it so that you could still pose them and play with them with minimal paint rub, and I think I succeeded for the most part, except for on his neck because on that part of the body it's blue, so there's a little bit of paint chipping up there, but not too much. You really can't even see it under his head, so I'm pretty happy with how it came out. And here's a closer look at his head. I resculpted his chin just to make it more square because the Batroc chin was real pointy, so I wanted to make it look more square. And these ears came from a old Wolverine toy. I don't remember which one, but it's from one of the old school Toy Biz ones. And like I said before, this is all sculpted. And I really tried to hide that Batroc face in here, and I think I did. I don't think you could really tell that it's him, except for that smile. But for the most part, it's all the way different. So I'm happy with how that came out. And as for supplies, I used this Citadel Chaos Black as a base for the dark parts. And then from a distance, I sprayed this Krylon Fusion plastic paint, which came out really cool. I like the way it looks. And for the sculpted details, I used Avis Fix-It Sculpt. And for other small painted details, I used a bunch of different Citadel paints from Games Workshop. But for the most part, I used this all over the yellow, and it's a wash. And I use this on the D and on the belt for the brighter red. And I use this for the flesh tone. I just picked this up. I like the way it looks. And for the other red parts aside from the belt and the D, this is what I dry brushed it with. For some quick size comparisons, here he is next to the new Marvel Legends Scourge figure and the new Marvel Legends Captain America. And now that I know that this Scourge figure is D-Man, that it's the same character, I think that figure is a little small. He should be buffer and kind of bigger, but he's still a very cool figure. I like the way that my D-Man compares to the new Captain America because I think that he should be buffer and bigger than him, so I think that came out cool. I think Century was a perfect base to use for him. So I had a really good time working on this custom. Yellow is always a pain to deal with, but luckily in this case I only had to deal with it enough to touch up pieces every now and then. But other than that, with the yellow, it was kind of fun experimenting with the different wash to try to make it all blend together because, being that I didn't paint the yellow pieces, it didn't really blend in with the torso and the boots, but after adding the wash, it made it all come together. So that was cool, and I really enjoyed experimenting with the different reds and making the D stand out a little bit, and also had a really good time trying to hide that Batroc face in there. So yeah, he was cool. He was fun to work on, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how he came out. So So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. I really hope that you enjoyed the custom. Please be sure to let me know what you think about the custom in the comments. Also, if you like the video, please be sure to subscribe. And also, please be sure to check out CoolToyReview.com. And that's it. Thank you very much. Peace.